While exploring the vast open world of BeamNG Drive, you are able to explore and play within various different maps, but hidden deep within the forest of the East Coast map, there hides a mystery that seemingly has no answer. And no, I am not talking about an Easter egg nor a secret, but instead something that has surpassed those criteria, with it becoming BeamNG's creepiest urban legend. Because as you explore this map in BeamNG Drive, you may get a feeling that something is watching you, or following you, whether it be deep within the forest, the long empty stretches of road, or from out of bounds. Regardless of wherever you go, this feeling of being watched can't be brushed off, and well, that's because something is watching you while you play without you even knowing. So as you destroy cars, explore the map, or do missions, time will pass in game, inevitably leading to nighttime, where without you even knowing, something has spawned into your game, with this something being collectively called by the community the Ghost Car, or the Herobrine of BeamNG Drive. But before we can go over what this is, along with going over other people's sightings and stories, we must ask the question, what is the Ghost Car? Is it real? How did people discover this? And most importantly, are people just seeing things when playing BeamNG Drive alone? Or is this the real deal? Well, this urban legend is more than what meets the eye, because as we begin to look deeper into the urban legend of the Ghost Car, there's some things that just don't add up, because even though this urban legend is one of the game's most terrifying mysteries, there is actually a surprising amount of validity to give this, well, quote-unquote urban legend some truth to it. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Make sure to subscribe if you love gaming urban legends, or just videos like this, and let's finally answer the multiple questions surrounding this mystery. But first, what is the Ghost Car? Well, I wouldn't even be able to ask this question or make this video if not for today's sponsor, which is TEMU. Don't worry, we'll get right back into the video in literally 1 minute. But for this year for Black Friday and Christmas, TEMU has literally saved me when it came to shopping for last minute presents, and it can for you too. If you scan the QR code on screen right now to download TEMU, and then use the code on screen right now, which is KCE4768, in the search bar of the app, you will literally be able to buy thousands of qualifying items for $0 within 24 hours of using that code. Yes, I am serious. So if you need last minute Christmas presents, or want to treat yourself to a new gaming controller, or a full driving simulator rig to play BeamNG Drive, or even if you just want something simple, then this is the time to get it. Again, use code KCE4768 in the search bar of the app, not the checkout screen, the search bar of the app. And then if you order within the next 24 hours, everything will be $0. And if you don't have TEMU, you can just scan the QR code on screen. But if you're seeing this video after Christmas time, or after the Christmas season is over, then no worries either, as the offer is still valid as long as the code is active. All this information will be provided in the description and pinned comment of the video in order to get this deal. But with all that out of the way, let's get back into the urban legend. The Ghost Car, or Herobrine of BeamNG, is an urban legend in BeamNG Drive that has gone relatively unnoticed in the community, with only a handful of players ever hearing about whispers of it. Mainly because when searching for information about it online, nothing except a few social media posts and videos can be found, which have too also gone relatively unnoticed. The Ghost Car, as I'll be calling it for the remainder of this video, is a supposed entity that can be found on the East Coast map within the game, which is said to spawn in at night and stalk the player as you explore the map, very similar to how the Minecraft creepypasta Herobrine does. The reason for the Herobrine nickname is due to the supposed behavior this urban legend exhibits, but also because of the appearance of this entity, as the Ghost Car seems to have no consistent form, except for one thing, with that being its headlights, or as some people would say, its eyes. Due to the obscurity of this legend, no concrete claims have been able to be confirmed, but within the handful of social media posts regarding this urban legend, the one thing that stays the same is the light it emits, as you'll soon see. Within the majority of these posts, you won't see a figure, outline, or anything that resembles, well, anything. for the most part, but what is seen are the lights, which don't help when it comes to trying to see what is actually emitting it, as the light obscures the figure itself. It has been claimed by players that this entity can be seen hiding within the forest, hidden just out of sight, or basically anywhere within the level, far from the player's line of sight. But on the rare occasion the player actually gets close to this apparition, or well, whatever the hell you want to call it, it will just disappear entirely, hence why it has been given the ghost car name. Now obviously there aren't any humans or humanoid figures in BeamNG Drive, only cars, so obviously this isn't a Herobrine situation. But then if that's the case, then what is this? Well, things like this aren't exactly unheard of for BeamNG, as unbeknownst to some of the community, this game actually features a lot of mysterious and creepy things hidden within it, especially on this specific map. Whether it be the mysterious monolith hidden in the swampland within the forest, or whether it be the haunted house located right next to it with an ominous flickering light. Ever since this game released, there have been multiple creepy secrets throughout the game, with brand new ones continuously being added as the game's life cycle progresses. So having an urban legend, mystery, Easter egg, or whatever you want to call it that presents itself in this manner isn't really that hard to believe, to be honest, especially due to the frequency of updates this game receives, along with the fact that something like this would kinda genuinely fit into the game's vast array of Easter eggs and mysteries. So with the vagueness of this urban legend, then how is there this much information online regarding the ghost car if no one has ever heard of it? Well, that's where one of the major issues come into play, which is very common for these types of mysteries, with that being the fact that there isn't much footage online, which, well, would make sense due to the way this urban legend presents itself. And what do I mean by that? Well, when you are playing BeamNG Drive, you aren't really paying attention to what is out of bounds, or in the forest. You're either paying attention to the road in order to not crash, or paying attention to the goals during missions in order to win them, which means that the opportunity to just randomly get footage of something like this would be difficult. Also, due to the supposed spawn requirements needed to actually get this in your game, such as it being nighttime in the East Coast map, well, people don't really play this game at night, to be honest. Mainly due to there being no streetlights, leaving the map to be almost pitch black. There's almost dozens of different variables that can be taken into account to the reason there is practically no footage of this legend. But then this poses another completely different question. If something like this is hiding in the game, and no one knows about it, then how did people find out about it in the first place? Well, that's because, as I said in the intro, there is more than what meets the eye about this urban legend, which only gets more bizarre as we continue to look into this. Because in 2024, people started to post disturbing videos regarding their experiences seeing the ghost car while playing the game, and this is where it all began. Now, the origins of where this urban legend originated from aren't 100% known, but even with thorough research looking into this legend, everything regarding it is still confusing, as various things are still all over the place, as there are various accounts and videos posted that feature information regarding this legend. But from what I was able to gather while trying to pinpoint all this information, this is what I was able to discover, and this is who I believe posted about it first, with that being an account on TikTok called userco112od2av, which I will just call userco for the remainder of this video. Now, in 2024, this account posted their first video, which was on February 11th, which featured a 2-picture slideshow which was about BeamNG Drive, and 2 days later, they posted another similar piece of content, which was also their final video. But while looking through the account's repost, they have had videos from both 2023 and 2024 reposted, which most likely means that this account was either abandoned or that, well, we will get to that other reason in a bit here. The reason I bring these things up are for contextual reasons, as knowing these pieces of information moving forward will help to understand this account and mystery as a whole, which I believe we should finally take a deeper look into. Now, since these 2 videos are the only actual pieces of content posted from userco, let's finally take a look at them, starting with the first video posted on February 11th, 2024. This quote-unquote video, or slideshow, shows us a picture of the interior of one of the vehicles within the game at nighttime, with a caption that says, "BeamNG isn't scary," where when scrolling to the next image, we see the same picture, except now it is zoomed in and focused on a pair of what appears to be headlights, with again another caption which says "read the caption," where upon looking at the video's description, we are given more context to the images.
I was playing single-player BeamNG on East Coast USA at night. I was driving pretty fast through the woods. I had a feeling that someone or something was watching me. Then suddenly, these two headlights appeared for a few seconds and then disappeared again. I didn't spawn any other vehicles, so it was just me in my car, or so I thought. I was so scared that I immediately closed the game. I was recording my gameplay when it happened. That's how I got this screenshot. After I calmed down, I thought that maybe I was just hallucinating or something, so I decided to watch the footage I got. I was not.
These images alone aren't out of the ordinary, as any normal person such as you and me would immediately recognize that these are most likely just headlights and would just move on. But with this strange story from the uploader, now these images are much more mysterious, and when combined with the eerie background music featured in the post, they now give off an extremely unsettling vibe. But before we can actually talk about the uploader's description, let's first take a look at the other video posted onto their account, as it provides even more context to these images, along with this story. Again, this second post features the same caption as the last, with that being "BeamNG isn't scary," where we again see another image of the interior of a vehicle within the game, where when scrolling over to the next slide, it shows another zoomed in image of what appears to be headlights, where the caption says, "I saw it again." This video's description isn't as long as the last, as this one just says,
I saw it today, this time at a different location on East Coast USA.
Now, with this information, it's not concrete enough to say if this claim is actually true, as there isn't enough footage nor information itself to say otherwise, but it doesn't immediately ring any alarms or have any blatant red flags until looking at the comments of both of these videos, because that's when we notice something strange. With these videos having a combined view count of over 1 million views, it would be safe to assume that the comments would easily argue on if this is fake or if it's real. But when reading said comments, it is completely split down the middle, with one of the top comments saying this.
This is an Easter egg. I know it. It's a ghost car that only appears at night and follows you wherever you go. And if you come close to it or try to chase it, it spawns away. It's an Easter egg on this map.
But then there are other comments, which say things like,
I got 1,000 hours on BeamNG. I never encountered a ghost car. I played at night. We got the Herobrine car in BeamNG before GTA 6.
And
you found the BeamNG Easter egg ghost car. It will chase you, but you try and chase it, it will disappear after a while. It may try to kill you.
Along with other similar comments, both agreeing, disagreeing, and even other various comments talking about other creepy urban legends within the game, such as this comment.
Bro, in one of the abandoned mine shafts in Utah, if you go there at night, there's an abandoned T-Series and it honks at you.
I mean, there are so many comments on these videos that it would genuinely be impossible to mention everyone's theories in this video. But that isn't needed, as due to me reading a majority of them in order to research this topic, the conclusion to the validity of this urban legend is quite simple, and if we all think here for a second, we are missing the key piece, with that being, well, video footage of this ghost car. I mean, the story the uploader provided doesn't add up. They mentioned that they were recording during gameplay, and that due to recording, they were able to get this screenshot. But why not just post the video itself to prove the validity of this urban legend? This, along with the fact that these two videos are the only pieces of content available on this account, easily suggests that this was all just a ploy to create a myth/urban legend for BeamNG Drive. Because even though the game has gotten multiple new features and updates over the years, this, well, was just never one of them. As if you were to try and search up anything similar to BeamNG Ghost Car, well, nothing would come up except for a few other Easter eggs as the ones mentioned earlier in this video. So with this conclusion to this urban legend, then why isn't the video over? I mean, we just proved very easily that this urban legend is clearly not real, as there is no proof to suggest it's a genuine Easter egg within the game. But then, wait a second. Why did hundreds of commenters agree with this and say it's an actual secret within the East Coast map, especially when there is no footage or information anywhere else online regarding this mystery? Well, this is when things get even deeper, and even more mysterious, as now this urban legend has become something entirely different, as now it has seemingly become a massive Mandela effect. Because why do so many people actually think this exists? Well, you better strap in for this, as unlike any of my other previous urban legend videos, this is the first time I have ever seen anything as bizarre as this occurrence. And when I tell you why I believe this happened, I am sure you'll be just as confused as I am. But first, we need to take a look at a few more things. These two videos aren't the only videos made about this urban legend, they're just some of the first, as if you continue to dive deeper into the rabbit hole regarding this mystery, you'll be able to discover more videos, claims, and just so much more regarding the ghost cars of BeamNG. And I think before we dive into the massive Mandela effect surrounding it, we should probably look at these other pieces to this puzzle, because just 2 weeks after these two videos were posted, another account by the name of Mr. BeamNG posted their first video, with the description being,
BeamNG Ghost Car.
Then, months later, another account posted this video, with the description being,
BeamNG Ghost Truck Footage,
where this happens. But that isn't it, because even this year, a video was posted showing off what appears to be another quote-unquote ghost car sighting. Now, the reason I bring these videos up is because these are pretty convincing pieces of footage and evidence showing off what looks to be real footage of this legend within the game. So then if I said the urban legend was fake, then why do videos like this exist? Or are these also just hoaxes? Well, not exactly, because these videos are actually real, and I will explain why shortly. But in order to finally weave together all of these strange strings within this tapestry, let's return back to the comments from the original two videos first, as these will provide the final pieces of context needed to make this mystery make sense. These comments, at least the ones saying this is real, are both right and wrong, and we'll use the top comment as an example, with that being this one. This is an Easter egg, I know it. It's a ghost car that only appears at night and follows you wherever you go, and if you come close to it or try to chase it, it spawns away. It's an Easter egg on this map. This is just wrong, and it's a lie, it's not true, as this doesn't happen on the East Coast map, but it does happen on another map, with that being a modded map called Atlanto, where in this modded map, a ghost car apparition can actually be seen driving around at night, which features the exact same characteristics as what this comment mentions, and there is even a TikTok video that shows this off, which was posted way back in 2021.
Atlanto. What might seem like a normal Beam map at first, but when you turn it to night uncovers all of its secrets. Such as a ghost car that haunts you as you drive around, glows, or even a haunted mansion that doesn't like visitors. If you hear a horn beeping or a car engine that isn't yours, run.
So this is what people are misremembering, as this map looks extremely similar to the East Coast map. So that's where this confusion is coming from. But then if that's the case, then that means this mystery is solved, correct? The ghost car just isn't real in vanilla BeamNG, but does exist on a modded map, and that's what all these videos are showing off, even the ones posted onto other platforms that aren't TikTok, such as YouTube and so on. So then that's it, right? Well, no. Because that's why I showed off those other videos such as the ones playing on screen currently, because these videos don't just take place in the Atlanto map. So then what are these? Well, these videos show off the actual ghost car, because yes, this whole time, ghost cars do exist in vanilla BeamNG Drive, just not the way the urban legend explains it though. You see, ghost cars are real, but they aren't an Easter egg, urban legend, myth, hoax, or anything like that, like how user co was making them out to be. They are an actual feature implemented into the game by the developers, and that's how these videos were able to be made. You see, BeamNG has thousands of unique features to explore and experiment with, and as I was researching this video, I discovered that ghost cars are actually one of them. As if you load into a car in the game and press Control, and then the plus or minus symbol on the number pad, you can actually change the opacity of your car to give it the appearance of a ghost car. And if you give said vehicle AI capabilities in the settings, you can make it so that the vehicle chases you down while you're in another vehicle, well, while you play, which is what was seen in these pieces of content. Except for the Atlanto map, because that is an actual Easter egg. So due to all these factors, from the videos posted online, especially the videos made by user Co, the comments, and overall confusion regarding these things, this is the genuine truth regarding BeamNG's most notorious urban legend. Because when you are able to take a look through all the misinformation online and take things, such as the comments, with a grain of salt and do your own research, that's when you'll realize that this isn't a Mandela effect or anything like that, but just a huge case of not enough information or misinformation, and that's why I made this video in the first place. BeamNG isn't a horror game in of itself, but with the game's emptiness while playing alone, an array of stray thoughts may enter your mind. Fear of the unknown, fear of being alone, and this feeling is no greater than in the East Coast map, as being surrounded by endless forest may begin to mess with your subconscious, and that's where this urban legend spawned from those primal fears. So the next time you load into this map and decide to play at nighttime, keep an eye out, as maybe something is hiding deep within it, or maybe you can just spawn in your own ghost car and fear for your life as you get chased down in the dark, just like how these videos portrayed. But even though this is the conclusion of the ghost car myth in BeamNG Drive, there seemingly seems to be other various urban legends hidden within the game, as mentioned by some of the comments mentioned in this video. But if this video gets 5k likes, maybe we'll try to solve the mystery behind those ones too, just as we did with the mystery behind BeamNG's creepiest urban legend. But if you think this urban legend was interesting or just disturbing, then on screen right now is a playlist featuring various other videos the exact same as this one, except that they are about other games and their most creepy urban legends.